Grace and peace, family. Grace and peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Shalom. Ma'at hotep. Namaste. Free the land, beloved. Come on in, come on in, come on in. My name is Vicki Dillard, and I'm a very proud contributor right here on Fly Nubian Queen TV.com, the network for melanated women just like you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the podcast today. If you're saying that we're frozen, I don't see that we're frozen. So check your device, beloved, and clear your screen out if that's the case, okay? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. A little bit of housekeeping as you come in. Shout out to you, Hugh, for your gift. Being the first one to give, I bless your gift 1,000-fold. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the podcast today. Black family, we are so pleased that you are with us today. Looks like I'm getting some feedback here. Let's get that under control. Thank you so much for your patience. I'm excited about our brief topic today and exposing a different kind of caring. Y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this? Lord have mercy. Shout out to our beautiful moderators in the digital building. So glad and so pleased that you are holding it down, family. Again, we're going to be talking about T.I. Harris making, sadly, the same mistake as Nick Cannon. That's what we're going to be talking about, family. So while I'm doing this little bit of housekeeping, I want you to make sure that you come in giving us the thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share. Will you do that? Come on in giving us the thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share. Don't forget that you can text the word Queens to 31996 so that you're able to receive phone notifications when we go live from time to time. Would you do that? Also, we want you to know that we have a store at shopfnq.com. That's shopfnq.com, where you can receive all kinds of apparel and mugs and those sorts of things. Shopfnq.com. Shout out to you, Shalina, for your gift and others. I bless your gift 1,000-fold, Black family. And finally, don't forget that we have a business school at flynubianbusiness.com. That's flynubianbusiness.com, where you can learn how to build your Black business. All right, family, thank you so much. Now let's get ready to get into it without further ado. You all know that for what was about a week or two plus ago, Nick Cannon had an unfortunate incident with anti-Black people and entities. Shout out to you, Erica, my deputy friend. Give my love to your deputy friend, the beloved, and those that are behind bars. Would you do that, Erica? Thank you so much. You're always so faithful. Shout out to you, Deron S. and Eris, Roxy, and Candy. We are so pleased for our moderators. Listen, so you all know that we discussed the fact that Nick Cannon's unfortunate firing from Viacom because of his connection to intelligent, strong, free-thinking Black men. You all understand what happened with that. Oh, shout out to my brother Rizza Islam that's in the digital building. Again, y'all give the Black media God a shout out in the digital building. Would you do that, beloved? So you all know that we discussed that. You understand that our discussion of Brother Nick was not just about mistakes that he made, but it had to do with how he was being used by our open enemies, right? Well, one of the biggest mistakes that he made in trying to appeal to them, they wanted to humble our dear brother by forcing him to make a public apology, right? We know that there is some things, there was Simon Wiesenthal Center, those weasels at the Simon Wiesenthal Center, you understand. They put out a tweet saying that Nick is going to give them some money. He's going to give them one of his first checks from, what is the name of that show he does about the mask, unmask, mask, whichever one has to do with the mask. Simon Wiesenthal Center, they hurry up and put that out as if that was going to move the masses of Black people. They put all of that kind of stuff out to humble our brother. So in response, you understand, Nick ended up bringing them, particularly Rabbi Cooper, who you all know we gave him the work. Didn't we expose Rabbi Cooper? Somebody talk black to me. Y'all like my new gavel and my sounding board. Shout out to one of my supporters, a dear brother also. I'll get his name here in a little bit, but our dear brother also sent me a gavel from out of state. You all send me all kinds of fan mail and love letters and stuff from around the country, and I'm so honored. I'm talking about actually in the mail, in addition to sometimes you all hitting up my little cash app. Y'all so sweet. But this is the one that I also got myself recently. And then right after that, y'all, I had to a brother sent me a gavel, and he had my name and everything engraved in it with a beautiful little saying that perhaps I'll share later. But anyway, I had to use this one today, y'all. Y'all know why? The sounding board of the other one is cracked. Brother Rizzo said, you destroyed Rabbi Cooper. Okay. So family, I had to use y'all, we've been sending out so many divine vibrational frequencies. We've been legislating. This is what y'all got to understand. We've been legislating and shifting atmospheres. Y'all play too much and changing climates that I broke the sounding board, God, today of my other one. So we're using a new one today, y'all. We're inaugurating a new one. We're getting ready to legislate some other stuff intergalactically. You understand? Shout out to you, Herbert. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. So watch this. Watch this. Silent D Productions has hit the gavel with the new sound. There you go. Y'all like that sound? Somebody talk black to me. Somebody talk black to me. Now let me get ready to get on into this. So anyway, we understand that was a big mistake that our brother invited Rabbi Cooper and some of our open enemies to the table to learn from them, right? He brought them to the table to learn from them. Family, don't forget what I said, that if your computer buffers and stuff, just clear out, refresh your screen, okay? And I need my moderators to let me know if there's an actual problem that I need to be aware of on my end, okay? Thank you so much. Now watch this. Watch this. So Nick, in an attempt to reconcile with them, he brought them in, and Nick said, let me learn from you. Now, mind you, they were willing to come there to try to teach Nick. However, the very people that they were attacking, they refused to bring to the table. That meaning Minister Farrakhan or his research team or his a legal team to address some of these salacious and libelous and slanderous and false claims. Somebody talk black to me. It's a reason they're avoiding the open debate. I showed you all and I reminded you all some time back how years ago Minister Farrakhan formally made it official. In fact, they've been avoiding the Nation of Islam for 40 years. Let's be clear, 35, 40 years. But in recent years, Minister Farrakhan took to the radio to make it official. And guess what? Didn't I give you the receipts from Alan Dershowitz, who seems to be the mouthpiece, one of the biggest mouthpieces for them, where Alan Dershowitz said no, he refuses to sit down and to debate? That same Alan Dershowitz that we find has some connections or has some involvement in this Epstein madness. I'm going to leave that alone. Somebody talk black to me. Where there are allegations, are y'all hearing me? Where there are allegations of sexual impropriety with children, because our home of the hand claps and gavel raps. I know that's right. Yes, indeed. That's right, beloved. You understand? These are the people. That's why I tell you that whenever somebody comes to you with a complaint about your black brother or sister, before you even address, don't be in a hurry to address their allegations, family. See, the quickness with which we try to appease allegations and claims by our open enemies, see, that's a slave, the tendency to do it fast. We're under no obligation to do that. What you do, what have we been trained to do from the Vicki Show? We've been trained to do what? Ask for 2 forms of ID when our open enemy decides to make claims. What does that mean? That means we're going to do a background check on you, Alan Dershowitz. That means we're going to do a background check on you, Simon Wiesenthal Center, only to find out some funny money going on and how you were funded. That's the reason why I don't believe Nick needs to give you any money from the mask show that he's on. What does Nick need to donate money to your organization for when you screwed over, credibly alleged, according to the documents and the receipt that I provided some days ago from the state of California? God, today, why do you need that? How do you need that when you benefited from black dollars during the Great Recession? One of your co-founders of the Simon Wiesenthal Center, we find, has his tentacles connected to the scam that took some of the greatest wealth, the largest transfer of wealth from black people. His hands was his hands. He had some unclean hands was involved in it. What do you need Nick's money for? So we expose that. So unfortunately, so Nick, as you know, has Nick Cannon's class, right? So he brought the accuser of the brethren to teach him. Nick was trying to learn from them. Well, we've got another similar situation today, beloved. How many of you all are familiar? Let me just show you what I posted on my Instagram page. By the way, you can follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. This is what I posted on Instagram earlier today. Do you all see this? This is our brother T.I. Harris. Shout out to T.I. There's no animosity or hate on our brother. And this is one Jane Elliott. How many of you all are familiar with Jane Elliott? How many of you all are familiar with Jane Elliott? Again, you can follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. That's Vicki X Dillard. How many of you all are familiar with this face? Jane Elliott. Okay. Yes. Anywho, Jane Elliott makes the rounds lecturing. Some may call it a type of culture vulture. Who is the son? Well, Vicki. A culture vulture. What do you mean? Meaning that she goes about talking about white supremacy and white racism. Her being a white woman, she challenges other white folks not to be racist. Now, while a lot of black folks were shouting her out because she does something that a lot of white folks don't do, and that is at least to tell the truth about the fact that they are racist. God, today, many of them are racist. Jane Elliott, I believe she's been on record at one time saying basically all of them can be or are. Now, by the way, let me just make this disclaimer. The views that are expressed by me on this program may not necessarily be those of the network, Fly Nubian Queen TV.com, or our several affiliates and associates. So I just want to be clear about that. All of my content and commentary that's expressed here are those of my own. Y'all know what we're leaving, crossing our T's and dotting our I's. Watch this. So this lady, who's known as a teacher of white supremacy and racism, she did a recent interview with a couple of brothers. Are y'all hearing me today? And I want you in just a few moments, listen to what she said on that podcast. Shout out to you, the Holy Trinity. Vicki, you fine and classy. Thank you, beloved. I bless your gift and thank you for your kind words 1,000-fold. Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. If you're watching us on FlyNubianQueenTV.com or one of our YouTube affiliates, if you're watching us on one of our other platforms, please make sure that you follow, that you share, and that you engage. The reason we ask that you do that is because it helps to draw other folk into the broadcast. And how many of you all know that it is so important in this hour that we elevate our own voices and you help us to grow and to strengthen the Black voice. Thank you so much for doing that. Now watch this. Give me just a moment, family, to prepare to cue this. I gotta break this down first. Don't black to me. Gotta break this down. So you all know I've been doing multiple series on Karens. Even one of my other platforms that I do commentary on each week at African Diaspora News Channel. That's one of a very large platform that I'm on now. I've been on there for the last few months. So make sure that you subscribe there and that you check out my podcast there as well. Family, I regularly bust and expose these Karens and Gretchens and Stacey's and stuff. I enjoy doing that. And I've been talking about it a long time before it became a hashtag or cool to bust them. Why? Because I have expressed for a long time now the danger of the white woman. This is not just something that I've come up on my own. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, that great leader and founder of the Nation of Islam, said something very powerful last century. Can somebody say last century? He says that the white man's last trick is his woman. God, today. In other words, she would be a strategic weapon and tool in the progression and in the advancement. And frankly, as a last ditch effort for white supremacy. Are y'all hearing me? Now watch this. So I've been discussing it a long time before it became cool to talk about Karens and Becky's and stuff. Y'all know I've been doing that. So, some of you were heartbroken when you learned that Jane Elliott, the anti-black, racist, white supremacist lecturer, here she is. You all were disappointed and shocked when some information came out about her. Now, I want you to start with this. One of the things that we described about who Nick Cannon brought to the table, Nick didn't know who he had at the table. Nick didn't know all of this history. Nick didn't know that the reason why they were dogging him for having connections to Minister Farrakhan, because Minister Farrakhan really knew a whole lot about the opposition. The reason why Minister Farrakhan gets, and I've said this many times, the reason why Minister Farrakhan gets disproportionate persecution, the reason why he gets so much over and beyond everybody else that is expanded over numerous decades, is because he's not grappling at the fruit of the problem. Y'all play too much. He's identified the root of white supremacy. And so because of that, if Nick continues to connect with Minister Farrakhan and those of his ilk, those similar to him, they're afraid that they might be identified. Y'all better talk black to me. So Minister Farrakhan knew well this enemy. So Nick, when he had them at the table, Nick didn't know all that stuff we was breaking down. And your sister Vicki didn't even tell you everything that I know. The same with our brother, T.I. Harris. Now somebody say, shout out to T.I. Harris. I'm not doing anything maliciously. This is about exposing our open enemy. And to the extent I bring up our brothers, it's because I want you to be aware of how you can be used by our open enemy. Are y'all hearing me today? I'm thankful that he's an entrepreneur. I'm thankful that he was able to leverage his hip hop resources and funds to employ Black people and to own property and to be an example of ownership. That's a big deal. And that's something that I don't take lightly, notwithstanding the other things that he may not be so perfect on, but none of us are. So I want to be clear. That's not what my show is about. But I want to identify something, a tendency that some of our people have, and that is to exalt the scholarship and the teaching of other people. The pedagogy of the Vicki Show, my manner of teaching and engagement, I know it's unusual. I know it's different. I know it's like somebody probably that you're not used to. But I don't make any apologies for that, family. I'm quite all right with how God made me and who I'm supposed to reach. If I'm not your style, it's okay. You can move on. There are other Fly Nubian Queens on this network and on our other affiliates. There are other channels who are giving you good information. Somebody talk black to me. I don't suffer from low self-esteem. I'm 41 years of age. I've been through hell and high water. Some of you suffer from that. I don't. Little ugly comments. Other influencers that are hating, releasing death threats, lying, slandering, trying to get me canceled. Those things don't bother me. Somebody talk black to me. My goal is to complete my assignment for my particular tribe. Are y'all hearing me today? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. A couple thousand of you in the chat. Welcome to the Vicki Show. I'm here weekdays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com live. And I'm often played on other networks and our affiliates as well. So thank you so much. Wherever you're watching us on, at whatever time and whatever time zone, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And pay close attention to some of the links that our moderators are putting in the chat as I do my show. Are y'all hearing me today? Shout out to my beautiful sister, online warrior sister, Air Minded. Shout out to my sister, Selena, and others that are in the chat as well. It's too many of you all for me to get myself in trouble on doing that today. So thank you so much. Now let's get on into it. What happened, Vicki? What happened? This white lady who you all love so much was on TI's podcast expeditiously not too long ago. Early July. Watch this. I'm cueing it now, just right after I read you this disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Now, family, I want you to listen to a little bit of an exchange that our brother T.I. had with this Jane Elliott. Give me just a moment to do that. And while I'm doing that, I know that you're giving us the thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, aren't you? I know that you're giving us the thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, and that you're liking and sharing. I'm going to try to put this link in the chat. And if you all would like to copy it for later use, let's see if I can do that so that you will know what where you can get the source of this from. Okay, I just posted it a few times in the chat, I think. Hopefully it'll show up. I don't see it yet on my screen, but hopefully it'll show up. So let's listen to a little bit of a recent podcast on TI's expeditiously with Tip. He's interviewing this Jane Elliott.
White people. We are all shades of brown, period. Get over it.
You believe is fake.
We've lived his life, and he'd also say, never judge a book by its cover. And my father would not tolerate that kind of behavior. We do not tell the truth.
Okay, watch
we
this.
do not tell them doing is though.
Catch up with you, and every time I get a chance to see clips of your work and your service, I'm continuously blown away and reminded why I consider you my hero. I thank you for all that you've done to
Wait a minute, wait. Don't thank for doing what we should have been doing all along. We caused the problem, we cooperated with the problem, but we helped to perpetuate the problem. Now don't thank one of us when we're standing up and fighting for a change, because what we have been doing is the wrong thing. We've been going along to get along. White women have. Black women go along to survive.
Did you all hear that? Now, in the first place, here Nick is telling this white lady that she is his hero. T.I. T.I. is sitting here telling this white lady, bless his heart, that she is his hero. In fact, this Expeditious podcast doesn't say that she's just his hero. The Expeditious podcast description, do you all see this? You know I'm not lying. This is what's on there. You see that? TI's Expeditious podcast says Jane Elliott, social justice superhero. He calls this white lady a superhero. Now, that was just from a few weeks ago that he just had her on the show. But T.I. has a long history with this lady. Shout out to my dear sister. I was looking, she sent me a picture and I couldn't find it on his Instagram page. And so, but it took me to an article. Instead, I was able to look at this picture from this article. Y'all know we believe in receipts. So let me see if I can post that myself in the chat. Let me see if I can post that in the chat right now so y'all can have it. Do y'all see that in the chat? In just a minute, give me just a second for it to pop up. This next link that I call myself trying to post by myself, live and direct, watch this, is an article from XXL from 2017. Who is that? That's T.I. and Jane Elliott. T.I. really thinks something about this white lady. T.I. and not just him and others like him, they are really impressed with this white lady who openly talks about white supremacy to her own people. Are y'all hearing me today? So within that article from a few years ago, it's titled, T.I. calls activist Jane Elliott an American hero. Y'all play too much. Y'all see that title? The link is in the chat. He calls her an American hero. Now, in his most recent podcast, what did he call her? A super hero. That was the description. So now on this, he's calling her that. Now, while you keep listening, I'm going to be showing you pictures of T.I. and Miss Jane Elliott while you listen to a little bit of more of the exchange, okay? Again, this is on the Copyright Act of 1976. We're so pleased that you've joined us today. We're getting ready to talk about how T.I. made the same mistake as our dear brother, Nick Cannon. I'm not being funny. I love our brothers, but we got to just show you how, baby, we can't keep giving place to our open enemies. They can't keep having access and coming to our barbecue. We can't keep doing it like that. We can't keep doing that. It's a new season and a new day. Thumbs up, keep liking and sharing, family, while I cue this. Shout out to you, Miss Nichols, for your $50 gift. Thank you. I love your delivery. Your passion is infectious. Oh, thank you so much. It is my privilege, beloved. I thank you. This works because of us, Black family, not me, but us. I'm clear on that. Listen.
He was an absolutely honest man. And so when I hear these things and do these things and say these things, I'm saying them because I refuse to lie in order to make money or to keep people loving me. We do not tell the truth. We caused the problem. We cooperated with the problem, but we helped to perpetuate the problem. Now, don't thank one of us when we're standing up and begging for a change, because what we have been doing is the wrong thing. We've been going along to get along. White women have. Black women go along to survive.
Notice a white woman said that. She said white women have been going along to get along, right? But Black women, when she does it to survive. Now, doesn't that sound like that's so awesome that she would give us that inside information? Now, don't get it twisted. If you just be quiet long enough, sometimes the opposition, sometimes your competition, sometimes your enemy can give you information that might be useful in war, right? So I'm not saying that you can't take any information that they give you and it might not be useful. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying it's a difference between you obtaining information from them to gain an advantage and a difference between you allowing them to come on the inside to instruct and teach you for guidance. Big difference. Are y'all hearing me today? Are y'all hearing me? So some of y'all got real excited, like, oh, look at this white lady. She telling the truth. And I've never been impressed. Somebody put in the chat. Y'all know what I call some of these Beckys and Karens and Gretchens, the unremarkables. Would you please put it in the chat? I'm not impressed like some of y'all. I'm not moved like that because of an admission. Now, I know at first it might seem amazing because so many white people keep lying about white supremacy. Like at first it'll throw you off like, whoa, she telling the truth. But it's a trick sometimes, the truth. God today, when they're telling it. But I'm not impressed by the unremarkables because I'm not just listening to what is said. Your sister, and this is the difference between me and Rachel Maddow, Joy Reid, Don Lemon, Chris Cuomo, Sean Hannity, Laura Ingraham. Is that I'm not just trying to give you news and just facts. I report stuff that you can't see. I hone in on motives and actions. I don't just deal with the micro. I deal with the macro. I need some intelligent Black people to talk Black to me. You understand? Keep going, Vicki. Because y'all gonna just watch where we're getting ready to go. So these unremarkables, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed.
Women go along to be in the presence of a white male of significance. The two things are very different.
She just gave another clue about white women too. She said that white women also go along to be in the presence, what? Of white men of influence, in other words.
We do not tell the truth. We indoctrinate in such a way that everybody believes in the rightness of whiteness. I don't believe in the rightness of whiteness because there are no white people. We're all shades of brown, period. Get over it.
Somebody say the devil is a liar. That's in the Bible, John chapter 8, verse 44. Now, let me tell you all something. Let me tell you something. Does Vicki have some college degree? Has Vicki matriculated and received her PhD, her master's degree, or anything like that? No, baby. Yes, I've had some college, but I've been to another university. Let me tell y'all something. God is revealing in this season what the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1 says. It says that how God will make the foolishness, he would make the wisdom of the world foolishness and confound the wise. God would make your most intelligent look ridiculous. God is going to use in this season nobodies. And what we know is those of you that have the most education, if that education, if you were using it for the liberation of your people, then why is the economy like it is? Why is the healthcare system like it is? Why is society like it is? I need somebody Black to talk to Black to me. Your intelligence, we see the limits of it in society. God, today. So what I want to say to you, not just to Brother Nick Cannon, but now to our brother TI, stop running to members of the dominant society to educate you. May I humbly say something to you? You might want to attend Vicki's class today. You might want to sit down and get wisdom from your dear sisters and others who are out here giving you divine insight. And certainly way over and above me, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and things of that nature, wisdom of that nature, intelligence and guidance of that nature. That might be what you want to engage in this season. Are y'all hearing me today? I know it may seem strange. I know you're like, who is this nobody? But you're going to end up looking foolish at the end of the day because you have a long relationship with this lady. And let's get ready to expose her the more. 2,500 plus of you in the chat. Welcome to the Vicki Show. We're so pleased that you are with us today. As you come in, make sure that you come in giving us a thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share. Valerie, they're trying it. We need your voice desperately, Queen. Thank you so much. Watch this. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button. By the way, family, shout out to those of you that have helped us get to 117,000 subscribers here. One of our other platforms that's on Facebook at FlyNubianQueen.com that has like, I think, 570 something thousand subscribers there. And I don't even know how many other subscribers on our affiliate networks. So we want to say thank you so much for you helping us to grow this network as well. Thumbs up, keep liking and sharing. Vicki, get back to it. Listen.
I hope that all those people of different colors, not different races, because there's only one race on the face of the earth. And what we're seeing is people of all different colors in the human race rejecting what is happening in this country today. And it was the death of a young black male on television and seen over and over and over so that we could nail it down that this is what happens to black males who resist.
Now, that's some game she's running. By her keep talking about there's only one race of people. By Jane Elliott keep stressing and stressing and stressing and stressing the fact that it's only one race and all of that. And remember earlier you heard her say something about the fact that it's just brown people and she considers herself to be different shades of brown. Baby, that's some game. But let's watch Jane Elliott. Let's watch this Karen.
Who seem to resist, and we are sending that message. This is an attempt. I don't think the networks feel this way about it, but to me, what we're showing when we show that over and over and over again, it's an attempt to intimidate black males and their mothers.
Now watch this.
From there to populate every landmass on the face of the earth over the centuries. And they had no modern technology to do it. Do you know the reason that you're as good an artist and musician as you are? It's because in your DNA, you have a lot more black than I have in mine.
And that makes us a bit different. All of y'all come from us, the brown, the red, the yellow, and the white. But that makes you different. Jane is trying to blur the lines, but it's a reason Jane's trying to act like every single one of us are just brown in a different shade of it. It's a reason why she's emphasizing that we're just one race. Oh, baby, we're getting ready to expose it.
And the presence of that, I'm serious about this, the presence of that DNA from those black people makes a difference in people. Make no mistake about that. I'm proud of the teeny tiny percentage of DNA in my background because I have no doubt of what that makes me able to and determined to make the world a better place for all of my cousins, and every person on the face of the earth is my.
She calls all the rest of us cousins. She says that we black people, we're her cousins. We're just cousins. Okay? Shout out to you, Candace, for your gift. Thank you for shining the light on things. It's my privilege.
30th to 50th cousin. I get really angry when my pale-faced cousins abuse my cousins of different color groups because of pale-faced cousins' ignorance. You can't call them stupid because you can't fix stupid, but you can call them ignorant because you can fix ignorance with education.
Now, it's so much here, but I got to get to this other podcast that I want you to hear because we're exposing, unfortunately, how TI made a similar mistake as what Nick Cannon. Why? First of all, family, it's dangerous when you bring the serpent in, one that's acting in that role to teach you. Can I tell you what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said? Last century, he says, concerning your oppressors, the white supremacist, last century, he says, if they won't treat you right, black family, if they're going to lynch you, in other words, if they're going to set your body on fire, if they're going to rape you and sodomize you, exploit your labor, steal your land, and set your neighborhoods and your towns on fire, bomb your churches, chop off your body parts, keep them as souvenirs. He's saying if they won't treat you right, he said, then they will not teach you right. God, today, are you listening? If they won't treat you right, then they won't teach you right. I'm going to say it again. If your open enemies won't treat you right, then they are not going to teach you right. I'm gonna need you to catch that. Now watch this. Watch this, watch this. See if I can get it to the right part though. What is this? Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Thumbs up, keep liking and sharing.
I mean, a lot of things are very emotionally charged right now, as they should be. I think, you know, all things have a time and a place. And you have basically rocked the entire nation with your experience of brown eye versus blue eyes.
No.
Boy, if you don't hush, y'all getting on my nerves with this slobbering all over these white women. Y'all slobber over the Kim Kardashians. You slobber over God today. Y'all, it don't even matter what white woman. It don't matter the age. It don't matter the look. What is the problem, Nick? Why are y'all always slobbering over the Beckys and the Gretchens? They can be 80 and 90, geriatric. Y'all, come on, my God, today, dentures coming out. Somebody talk black to me. What is all of this? What is it about the Beckys that hypnotize some of you brothers so? T.I. What is it, Nick? T.I. What is it, T.I.? What is it, T.I.? Tip. It don't matter what age it is. How does she get this effect on y'all all the time like this? You go to grinning and giggling? God dang. Why y'all laughing at me? Y'all know it's the truth. You said she's a hero. You said she's a superhero. You said she's changing. Child, sit down with all that. And the reason why we know you doing too much, because every time you do it, she knows that you are just trying to suck up. She knows it's inappropriate. She knows that it's not good black call God protocol for you to be doing that. She knows that that's breaching the rules of engagement. Do you all know there's an appropriate way to even engage in warfare? And even she knows it's wrong. Somebody say, prove it, Vicki. Somebody say, prove it, Vicki. Watch how she's going to get ready to correct him for saying that.
Tip. No, Tip. I didn't rock the entire nation.
That's right. She didn't rock it. So when y'all don't get mad at me every time I keep telling you that Becky is unremarkable, she's admitting it. She's telling you she's not remarkable. She just told you no, Tip. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to give us credit? Just dropped my little earring and stuff. Don't know where I did with my back, but anyway, it'll come up somewhere. It's probably one of these curly braids. But anyway, I must go on. Watch this. Watch this. Keep listening because I got to get ready to shift. Just listen to this part.
Make no mistake about this. A few people heard about it, and a few people were in favor of it, but I got more hate letters than I got letters praising what I did. So no, it didn't rock the entire nation, but it does.
No, it didn't rock the entire nation. They're not worthy of all of those accolades. What are you doing?
Because that exercise and the ramifications those things do scare white people to death. Because white people know that within 30 years, white people will be a numerical minority in the United States of America.
What did she say, family? Where are my intelligent black people? What did this lily white Jane Elliott just tell Tip? Tip brought her on as if she is some master professor, as if she's some master teacher whom he bows to. Are y'all hearing me today? As if she's some master teacher that he needs to bow to. What revelation did she just give Tip just now? What did she say about white people and their numerical numbers?
Kids, I'm not smart, but I'm not stupid. Now, when the teachers hand out the crayons to kids in kindergarten,
wait a minute, and
she gives them a bunch of crayons in the morning, you would say to yourself, "Thank you. You have the chances are pretty good that you ain't pink."
Is it fear, envy, or ignorance that fuels this fire?
Wait a minute.
If I, as a brilliant person, am as brilliant as I think, people don't know how. But You will find a way because you recognize the problem, because you live with it every day. Pale faces don't live with the problem every day. We are the problem every day.
That's right.
And we aren't going to admit that. But they'll have to admit it when we're in a numerical minority and they're praying. So the reason our fearless leader, our cheater, the reason he is closing Planned Parenthood, sorry about that.
Listen.
The reason he is closing Planned Parenthood.
Because some of you revere white folks, what they say. You get all tickled and giggly and googly-eyed and stuff whenever they say something. You tend to believe what they say without even logically thinking or vetting what they say. Listen again to what this Karen Jane Elliott said.
What's the word I want? Planned Parenthood offices is because too many white women are abortions. And he thinks that's what Planned Parenthood gives us. That isn't what Planned Parenthood is for. It's to help women with the many, many problems that they have. But he thinks all they're for is abortion in white people. When in 1987, when the book The Birth Dearth was written, and that's the word, that plus the writings of Adolf Hitler are what this man is basing his governmental policies on. In 1987, 60% of the fetuses that were aborted every year were white. Then we started closing Planned Parenthood clinics. In 2018, only 39% of the aborted fetuses were white. Are we succeeding in increasing the number of white births? Yes, we are. It's a cute trick, and it's what he wants to do. Increase the number of white babies being born in this country.
Do you all hear this white lady admitting this? Now, TI brought this white woman on as if she was given some kind of revelation. But our ancestor mother, who am I going to talk about right now, who wrote the great classic, The Isis Papers, The Keys to the Colors, the great warrior scholar, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, your black mother prophesied this to you many, many decades ago, that the issue was what? Genetic annihilation. Your black scholars and those of you that listen to them disrespected our dear sister when she said this long ago. But now that this white woman is sitting here acknowledging the reality of what your black warrior scholar mother told you many decades ago, baby, why are we revering this knowledge that this white lady is gave you, when your black intelligent doctor mother told you this a long time ago? Some of you all are not ready for me to give you this bit. Well, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told us in the book, Message to the Black Man, you can get it at NOI.org. He told us of even how we made them people. He talks about the process of people making. I'm going to leave it at that. That's all I can say so far on the network about that. Being that we're the mothers and fathers of civilization, we tell you the beginning and the end. And we're the ones that the scriptures refer to as the Ancient of Days. It is the black man and the black woman that has no birth record. I'm going to need somebody black to talk black to me. So when you're coming to us, you're coming to the greatest book of all. We are the book. Lo, I come in the volume of a book. Y'all ain't got time. I ain't got time to play with y'all today. You're so impressed by her acknowledging that. But didn't we tell you? See, this is the problem, Adam. This is the problem, Adam, in the book of Genesis. There are several revelations of the book of Genesis. One revelation of the book of Genesis has to do with the serpent or the enemy. We're talking about principles here. So I'm not about name calling. I'm talking about principles here. Where the devil in scripture, in Genesis, gets into the ear of the woman, later named Eve, right? Later named Eve. And God had already made his purpose in their lives clear. And what did he say? What happened? The serpent said, did God really say that you're not supposed to eat from this tree? He came in to cause reasonable doubt to the word of God. The enemy came in with another teaching. And you took what the serpent said at Eve. You took what the serpent said over what the black god and the black goddesses say. I'm using the word goddess just to emphasize the feminine attribute, because sometimes when I say God, some of you all don't understand that I'm also referring to the woman as well. So to make it easier, I'm talking about the divine essence and nature of each of them. Are y'all talking black to me today? Thumbs up, family. Make sure you're subscribing, that you're liking, and that you're sharing. Are y'all hearing me today? You get so excited to what the serpent is telling you. The serpent about to get you kicked out of paradise with your funny looking self. But didn't we tell you already? But Vicki, get on to it. Watch this. Watch this. I got to get off of this. Listen to this last part that they say, and then we're getting ready to shift because we got to do some more exposing. I'm barely getting into what I want to show you.
The whole thing is so ludicrous and based on a lie. We should have gotten over it a long time ago. But it's hard to get over if when you go to church and pray about it and you hear the preacher standing in front of a white male on the cross. Now, the Bible says that Jesus had kinky woolly hair, animal-like hair, and feet of bronze. And now we know that he was an Ethiopian Jew. Well, if you're from Ethiopia, the chances are pretty good that you ain't.
That's enough of that one. Did you all hear that? I just wanted you all to hear that so far. Thumbs up, keep liking and sharing. Now watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. So T.I. thinks that she's a superhero. Some of you all are so excited, like this white woman is the bomb. She's been acting like a scholastic culture vulture. Why? Because she's been making the rounds and getting paid by talking about black issues, racism, right? Talking about racism. We were so excited that she acknowledged that. But watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Y'all play too much. So she made her way. I want to give you the link for this. She made her way to a recent podcast, y'all. Just the other day. Shout out to you for your gift towards the BIA funds. That's right, beloved. Thank you, Is it Yusuf? I bless your gift 1,000-fold. Do y'all know what the BIA is? We've been talking about on the Vicki show. And we've been hearing other black content creators call for basically black investigatory agencies. That was me that came up with the BIA, the CIA. And it ain't about copying how the CIA does their little stuff, but I was just trying to give you an idea of something in terms of black intelligence agencies where we do our own investigating. Somebody talk black to me. Where we begin to start our own network, God today, of intelligence sharing, God today. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. So Jane was on another podcast recently, y'all. Shout out to the dear brother.
And to hear those two men discuss.
Whose podcast this is. I want y'all to listen to. We're not going to listen to the whole thing. The podcast was almost an hour and a half. So I had to really go through that as well as quite a bit of the one from TI's so that I could get you all certain points. But I need to show you, I got to connect some dots here. So she was recently, according to this was uploaded about a week ago. Shout out to Socks and Sandals podcast. So I'm going to try to copy the link right now. I'm going to have to go back to it. Y'all got to help me today. Y'all know I'm doing this stuff live. I want to put the link in the chat for you because I believe in providing you with as many receipts as possible. There we go. I think I got it. Y'all know I'm so proud of myself. I am not technologically advanced. I admit that that's not my gift. I just know about easy stuff. Everything. Okay. That's that luxury spiritual that I be trying to operate in. I just try to do everything easy. Watch this. Y'all see that link in the chat that I just put in there? That's the podcast. So watch some of the rest of it later if you can take it, because it was a lot for me. Watch this. It was a lot. I love y'all so much, but I have to sit through it. I want you to listen to this. Again, shout out to the brothers who conducted this podcast with this lady. And shout out to other black media members who have been exposing this as well. Now watch this. Y'all know what I'm doing. I'm cueing it so that you can hear it, okay? Right now, again, you are listening to, this is what you're going to be listening to. I haven't turned up the volume yet. But anyway, this is the podcasters here, the brothers at the top. And that's Jane Elliott recently, right? Slimothy Doe, thank you for your $75 gift. Ashe, ooh, Vicki, Godmother, Queen, Warrior, Dr. Francis, Life and Beyond. I missed what you said, but thank you for your very kind and generous donations. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. Thank you, family, for keep liking and sharing. Y'all, we almost 3,000 deep in here in just a few people. Can y'all help us push it and get it 3,000 today? I know we don't ever say that, but you guys are just showing out lately. Thank you so much for tuning into my show. I'm here weekdays on Fly Nubian Queen TV.com live, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. On the count of three, for those of you that haven't. On the count of three, for those of you that haven't, please hit that thumbs up button. On the count of three, for those of you that haven't, please hit that thumbs up button. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. While I cue this. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And make sure that you're liking it, because you can share it now on your YouTube page. If you would do that, family, you can copy the link at the bottom of your screen, copy the link, and then copy the link on your other social media platforms, text it, email it, or whatever, to let everybody know to tune in. And if you're coming in late, make sure that you watch the whole show. Come on, watch this. So the name of this podcast, Socks and Sandals, Jane Elliott interview, right? And the brothers look like they uploaded this about a week ago, July 25th, okay? I always like to give you the receipts. The links are in the chat. Listen to this, y'all. William Johnson and I, that's the guy that wrote this thing out. William Johnson and I interviewed Jane Elliott, it says on actually June 30th. And we spoke on the racial climate in the country. But this was apparently uploaded, published July 25th, okay? So quite a bit into the interview, they're getting ready to hit on some interesting topics. Now, this white lady that some of you all revere and worship and bow down to and do all of this groveling and slobbering and carrying on and veneration to and worshiping of this white lady, because you have to have a white savior so bad. I want you to listen to this frenemy. Did I say frenemy?
Because no group wants to give up their privilege. And so isn't this about, you know, if I keep them here, then I can survive, because I know that my numbers are down all over the globe. I know that we're not procreating and reproducing. I know that the sperm count is low in males of European descent all over the globe, and it's been decreasing. Just like Brexit, I know if I continue to let immigrants come in, then melanated people are going to outnumber non-melanated people. They outproduce us. So isn't this more or less about genetic annihilation, not just because
wait a minute. Do you even think that the average person walking down the street even knows genetic annihilation?
No, it's subconscious. It's subconscious.
Wait a minute. We can talk about subconscious bias and conscious bias until hell freezes over, but that won't solve the problem. And
now wait a minute. You feeling yourself, Karen? You better go sit your funny looking self down somewhere. Look, girl. Now, this is the problem, Black family, when we don't have rules and regulations, when outsiders, somebody say outsiders, come and approach us. Now, I already feel some kind of way when they get to be in our presence, because I think so much of the Black gods and goddesses. I just don't think everybody ought to have access to us like that. Somebody talk Black to me. It's their privilege and honor, not the other way around. If my young people are listening to me, I used to teach this to my niece when she was young. When you go in any class with a whole bunch of white folks, you automatically go in there knowing that you know more, even when you don't. That's your mindset. Even when you're learning, when you're picking up, when you're observing, always know you have the capacity to excel. Now, it's your honor and privilege to be in our presence. It should take some time before you get a response from our emails and before we answer the door and your phone calls, if we do so at all. Somebody talk Black to me. Watch this. I'm just going to be real with y'all right now. I'm just going to be real. I just don't like them telling us what to do at all. Just keep it real. I don't like to telling us what to do. And I was thinking about, just before I started the show, I got a couple of ideas about what I don't appreciate. I don't want white folks coming in doing interviews with us giggling. You don't get to giggle. You do not get to giggle. I don't want you laughing and high-fiving and no giggling. You're not funny. I don't want no Black folk around doing struggle laughs. Somebody say struggle laughs. You know darn well it's not a real laugh, but to make white folk feel comfortable, you try to conjure up a fake laugh to make them feel comfortable. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I told you before, I don't believe in struggle nothing. Struggle cabinets. I don't like nothing broke or missing around me. If my pen don't work, I don't believe like some of y'all, well, let's just put it down there and then we're going to get some refills and stuff. Throw that away. Plastic container in the refrigerator got a big old burnt hole in it. You trying to hold on to it. All I got to do is just put a little, what is it called? Foil on it and stuff. And then it won't leak. Get that out. I don't want struggle pens, struggle plastic bowls, struggle laughs. Watch this. When white people are talking, do you see how she was interrupting these brothers? When you're in our presence, you do not get to interrupt. I'm giving y'all the rules of engagement. You don't get to interrupt. You don't get to interrupt. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Y'all play too much. Now look what she got on with Nick. Nick, I keep saying Nick. T.I. Look what she got on with T.I. I'm going to get into one other clip here in just a moment. But look what she got on sitting there with Roland Martin about a year or so ago. Look what she got on. Now look what the rest of them got on, including Roland. You don't get to come in our presence dressed like Karen. How many of you all know that Karen has a certain uniform, especially when she be out there snitching on black folks at Walmart and at parks? You know how them Karens like to wear them funny looking shorts and stuff and flip-flops? When you're in our presence, you better dress up. I'm giving you the rules of engagement to be in our presence. Before we extend the scepter for you to come in, that's what you, baby, you got to dress up. And notice when our brother was talking to her funny looking self about what? Genetic annihilation and stuff. And he was talking about what conscious and unconscious. Where did he get that teaching from? Who does that sound like? I would submit to you, and I don't think I'm wrong about it, that was an excerpt from who? Our great sister, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. Shout out to you, Valerie. Vicki, I would love to see you interview poet Danny Queen. I don't miss the rest of what you said, beloved. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Watch this. Watch this. Listen. I don't care who you talking about. You come like you coming into the holies of holies because you are. We don't just let people roll up on us any kind of way, black family. That's what I love about the nation and stuff. That's what I love about the Honorable Marcus Garvey. The Garveyites and stuff, they had it going on. They looked like something special. You didn't just come with unbrushed teeth. You didn't throw your arms around proving that you have no relationship with deodorant, just musty and stuff. Ashy. Didn't do your hair. Coming before the people any kind of way. There's a black God protocol. Somebody talk back to me. There's a standard. Now let me tell you another breach of the black God protocol that she just made. Watch what the brother tell her again.
You can use words of 4 and 5 and 6 syllables, and that solved the problem.
No, listen again.
Travel the way they did in the 15th century. Get their information the way they did in the 15th century, eat the way they did in the 15th century, and have that kind of medical system. I think if we're going to live in that business, then that's what we need to do.
Listen.
And you know, and I know, that the reason we have made progress on the face of the earth is because of the brilliance of a whole lot of people of color.
All right. Jane, don't you think that what's going on and what has been going on is not necessarily ignorance because nobody told me any better? Because you just explained, and also I've seen in the exercises that you do, people just flat out deny their position, or that they've been, or that someone else's discrimination is worse than theirs. But doesn't this all come down to survival? You know, doesn't this really come down to the fear of genetic annihilation?
See, that's what our mother told us, right? That's what the other black ancestors, not just Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, but again, like I mentioned, the Honorable Elisha Muhammad, when you study those teachers and stuff, they tell you what? The beginning, and they really give you insight on what the end is going to be, right? I won't get into the details of it right now, but you can get that book, Message to the Black Man, at NOI.org, and make sure that you try to get Dr. Francis Cress Welsing's book titled The ISIS Papers, The Keys to the Colors. Get those books. It gives you insight. Those are older books. Watch this. So the brother is saying this to her, and watch what this stranger, this outsider says. We're going somewhere.
I allow myself, if I allow everyone that is melanated an equal playing field, a level playing field, then I won't be able to compete with them. I won't be able to stay in control and stay in my privileged, nice position, because no group wants to give up their privilege. And so isn't this about, you know, if I keep them here, then I can survive, because I know that.
Now y'all pay attention, this brother getting ready to go somewhere. Notice he says no group wants to give up their privilege. Y'all got excited because Jane Elliott was talking about how racist white folks are, right? Y'all got excited because she was telling the truth about white women just wanting to be in the presence of what? Of the powerful white men, right? Y'all got real excited, boy, when she was saying how she be telling white folks about how racist and stuff they is. Y'all was excited, boy. Y'all was excited, boy. TI and Killer Mike meeting with her and stuff. Y'all was more like, oh, this white woman, boy, she telling them, ain't she? She telling them. But then the brother started talking about privilege and stuff. Y'all play too much. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Again, for those of you that are just coming in, my name is Vicki Dillard. I'm here weekdays doing the same thing. Weekdays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Fly Nubian Queen TV.com. I want you to know that I'm conducting tomorrow, every Wednesday, a mastermind class where each week I drop one major spiritual or metaphysical gem, and then you get to ask me questions. We do questions and answers live, and it's amazing. An exclusive VIP mastermind once a week on Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern. So meet me there, clubvicky.com, for all the details. It's not too late to tap in, and it is so amazing. So many amazing testimonies. clubvicky.com. The link will be in the chat in a moment. Listen.
My numbers are down all over the globe. I know that we're not procreating and reproducing. I know that the sperm count is low in males of European descent.
Come on,
all over the globe, and it's been decreasing.
Shout out to black people that's waking up. Shout out to black people that know what's really going on. Come on today, y'all. Listen.
Just like Brexit, I know if I continue to let immigrants come in, then melanated people are going to outnumber non-melanated people. They outproduce us. So isn't this more or less about genetic annihilation, not just because I'm.
Do you even think that the average person walking down the street even knows genetic annihilation?
No, it's subconscious. It's subconscious.
Wait a minute. We can talk about subconscious bias and conscious bias until hell freezes over. But
get your butt out of my. See, you don't get to be in the presence of the circles of the gods, Becky. And a decrepit Gretchen at that. Cutting off. See, didn't I tell you, y'all, we got to have rules. You don't get to be in the presence of the black gods interrupting us. You get to listen. If you want to say something, I get to finish everything I have to say. And you may lower your voice, not interrupt me, and then turn around and cuss, talking about till hell freezes over. Sit your funny looking self down. It's a privilege to be in our presence. Y'all to let them got bug wild. You coming with flip-flops on and stuff. Little t-shirts, sweatshirts and stuff. Don't interrupt him and talking about, you can talk about that until hell freezes over. That's the problem when you all elevate their wisdom like they really be knowing all of what they talking about. That's the problem.
That won't solve the problem. And we can use words of 4 and 5 and 6 syllables, and that solves the problem. You're going to have to talk in the language that the average human being in the United States understands. And here it is. You either change your behaviors today, or you're going to suffer greatly tomorrow. Now, if you want your children to survive in the future, you better change your ideas about miscegenation, because the hole in the ozone layer is getting larger and larger. And as
she's getting ready to tell you all a secret. Are y'all listening? She's talking about miscegenation. Do you know what that is? I want you to listen very closely. This is about having sexual access to other races. Listen to what Jane Elliott is getting ready to reveal in this conversation with this guy.
the hole in the ozone layer gets larger and larger, more and more sunlight enters our environment, and more pale faces are going to suffer from melanoma, which is a skin cancer which can spread throughout your body, which happens because you don't have any protection from the dangerous rays of the sun. Now, you can tell that to people in 1 and 2 and 4 syllables, and they can understand that, and then they can say, oh my.
Did you all hear what she said? She's acknowledging their concern of genetic annihilation, just what our brother said, but she's trying to rebuke him, telling him don't use those syllables, and don't use those big words. Just tell white people, in other words, that they're going to get melanoma, they're going to get a skin cancer and stuff, and tell them about climate change and the different things and how that's going to adversely affect them. You know why? Because the sun is our energy, and the sun for them is their enemy. Somebody talk black to me. See, the sun for us is our energy. Somebody say, whose planet is this, family? If you follow the Vicki show, you know I've been teaching you this. Whose planet is this? As Diamond and Silk would say, they don't call it the planet, they call it the planet. Whose planet is this? So she's acknowledging that even creation is revolting against them. She's saying, talk to white folk like that. Y'all thought she was saying all this stuff because she was really down about white supremacist issues and all this kind of stuff. I'm going to show you what she's really about. Keep listening. She's talking about what? Sexual access. Y'all keep listening. While you're doing that, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. 3,200 plus of you are in the chat. Welcome to the Vicki Show. On the count of 3, for those of you that haven't, on the count of 3, for those of you that haven't, hit that thumbs up button. If you're watching us on FlyNubianQueenTV.com live, and if you're watching us on one of our other affiliate or associate platforms, please follow and share. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thank you so much. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard, family. Follow me on Instagram, would you, at Vicki X Dillard, Vicki X Dillard. Keep listening.
Maybe I better be nicer to these people who are going to be running this show in the future.
Did you hear that? Do you hear that? Jane is telling you what she's doing. Jane is telling you why she's pretending to be so concerned about white supremacy. She said, maybe, she says, telling white folks, maybe I need to be nice to these people, us, because we know that they are not going to be here biologically, according to white folks' own scientists. This is not Vicki. According to white folks' own demographers, according to white folks' own statisticians, white folks are unable to physically maintain life on our planet in just a few years. So Jane just told you that it's in their best interest if they would say, maybe we should be nice to these people. Are y'all listening? See, this is how the white woman works. She is using our culture. She's making you think that she's concerned about white supremacy. But she's trying to say, fool, we're not even going to be on this planet very long, so we better be nice to black people. She's trying not to use a violent way to take over, like a lot of their men tend to do, shedding blood and stuff. She's trying to appeal using her feminine energy. God, today. Y'all play too much. I'm not done. Keep listening.
Your age, who are pale faces, want to survive to be my age, they better change their behaviors now.
Did you hear what she said? Jane said, you pale faces, meaning white people. If you want to survive, y'all play too much. See, y'all like game. TI, I love you. Killer Mike, I love you. But don't be going around calling this lady superheroes and stuff and acting like that she's giving you a type of intelligence and insight that you can't ever get anywhere else when your black mama, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, and the great mother, Tanetta Muhammad, one of our greatest scholars that some of you may not have even heard of before, but was a global traveler and was an erudite of the highest order, told you, liken them, I'm using the language that they mentioned in terms of a trait, not calling them out of their names, but they behaved as like a skunk of the earth. Thumbs up, family. Keep liking and sharing.
Because by the time you're my age, you will be in a majority group instead of a minority, color-wise, in this country. That's a fact. We have to stop In the first place, we don't teach real history. We teach a lie that we made up to make white folks feel good. We don't teach history.
But being the majority doesn't mean that you have power. What? Being the majority has nothing to do with a power structure, a power dynamic. The pale faces in South Africa have never been the majority, but they have all the power.
It can have something to do with it if you have intelligent, if you have civilized, and
that brother is asking some important questions right there. He's showing out, ain't he? I appreciate his intelligence manifesting right there. Now, didn't I tell you stop interrupting? Black protocol. If we're gonna listen to them, they better be the highest in their society if they even gonna get in our presence. You better dress up. Don't interrupt. And let me tell you another thing that I failed to tell you in the beginning. When you're in our presence, these are those that are open enemy. We don't want to hear about all your white scholars. When our brother starts to quote the great Dr. Ancestor, Francis Cress Welsing, you better bow the knee to black scholarship. Y'all play too much. Y'all was impressed, but this white woman is telling you what the fear is. She said, maybe we should be nice to them, seeing that they're going to be the majority soon. Did y'all not listening? But it's gonna get worse. Listen.
And educated human beings, if you have people who know the truth instead of the lie, if you stop allowing your morals to be dictated by the picture of a white man hanging on a cross, that might be a step in the right direction if we would teach people that in the Bible it says that Jesus had woolly hair and feet of bronze. We might think about that occasionally.
Yeah, Jane, tell him. Don't she sound like she down, y'all? Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Tell him, girl. Tell him that the real Jesus is a black man, girl. Tell them white people off. See, Jane ain't like all the rest of them in the dominant society. Y'all was so excited and impressed, weren't you? Y'all was impressed, weren't you? Watch this. Watch this.
This miseducation starts pre-birth and it continues until after you're dead. We need to make pale-faced people aware of the damage that is being done to them by their own ignorance. And I really love just...
You tell them. Tell them, Jane.
To say that we can solve this problem by talking about the past, or that we can solve this problem by making payments to black people. But if you're going to do it that way, then...
Watch this. She said, or we can make it by making payments to black people. Watch this.
First, you have to pay off the Native Americans.
What, Becky? Your pinkness is showing, Becky. She said, first we gotta pay off what? The natives. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up.
Land we took, and whose homes we took, and whose people we killed in the millions.
No, they got paid.
Listen,
we'll have to, and they have land.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
They have land. They have reservations, and they also have
economic. Oh, yeah. And would you like to talk to me about reservations? And
didn't I tell you to stop interrupting the black guy? Girl, you about to get up out of here. I'm about to cast her out. Today.
What a wonderful payment that is. Would you like to be on a reservation? Would you be willing to, would all the black people in this country be willing to take a reservation?
That's what the Nation of Islam was asking for.
Well, was that a smart thing to do? I don't think it was.
Who asked you if you thought that was a smart thing? That the mothers and fathers of civilizations, we're your mama. I know you better in your hundreds. You better at least 115. Look like it. But Vicki at 41, I'm still your mama. Don't interrupt me. How dare you sit there and say, was that a smart choice when the brother said, hey, the Nation of Islam been asking for land. And she said, you don't think it's a smart choice. We don't care what you think, camper. Did we ask you what you thought, lady? Some of y'all don't know. It's thousands of you in the chat. Some of y'all may not be familiar with my training on the how dare you training. It's going to take me about 60 seconds for the how dare you training. Just before I do that, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Keep liking and sharing. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard and Twitter at Dillard Vicki. Sign up for my clubvicki.com, clubvicki.com, so that you can be a part of my weekly mastermind class at a rock bottom rate. Watch this. How dare you training? Whenever you see one of these white supremacist nut jobs say something that's just out the side of their necks, you don't just say, how dare you? That's not how you do it. If they say something crazy and you reading something, and when they say something crazy, you happen to be reading something while they say something crazy, you move your head in a slow motion like this first. Flip your hair back if you need to. In a slow motion, you go like this. How dare you? Don't move your lips too fast. You got to do it in slow motion because you want to capture that energy and you want to shift them and you want to give them a kind of shock. And if you got a pen in your hand, you throw the pen. How dare you? So that's what's in order. Now, that's your training for the day. I've been doing that for a long time now, but we get new subscribers and people watching us in different places. So I got to get y'all up to speed. Thumbs up, keep liking and sharing. Let me get back to this. Listen.
It depends on who's driving that car, who's the captain.
Go to a Navajo reservation and see if you think you'd like to live that way.
No, I've been to a reservation. I've been to a reservation in Montana.
Did you think it was a really comfortable place to be?
Say it again.
Do you think it was a really comfortable place to be?
The way that they were living, no, I wouldn't live like that.
Oh, well, but okay,
but the
you said, she's stuttering. Girl, shut up. This is the intelligent black guy telling you our demands. And you sitting here, and this is why you all are the one that made her a top-notch master teacher. She's so used to telling black folks what to do. She's so used to dictating to us and giving us intelligence that she don't know what to do when she's being taught and checked. Somebody talk black to me. It's a new day.
Oh, but the whole planet is a prison for black people. So like it can't get any worse for black people. So you can't, I'm not going to look at somebody else and say, oh, shoot, like I don't want my own land. I don't want a shot at that. I would never say that. A black person is not going to say.
You see how he's checking her white privilege? You see how he's checking her white privilege? Here she is going across the country, talking about white privilege, talking about racism, talking about white supremacy. And she, the real essence of this Jane Elliott is coming up at her in this conversation. See, she ain't like some of these bootlicks and butter biscuits who made her think she was important and revering her brain cells. See, that's why I call them the unremarkables. I'm not impressed. God, today, I'm not impressed. Y'all play too much. You got me throwing these curly braids all over the globe today. Put in the chat where you from today. And that's where this head done swung to. Somebody talk black to me. I love y'all. Shoot. Keep listening.
I don't want to have a chance to create my own civilization and my own society. Everybody wants that chance and everybody deserves that chance. And black people deserve reparations in the form of land, in the form of cash payments,
yes,
in the form of some type of tax consideration.
Somebody say this brother's acting like he got some sense. Sound like the brother been listening to the black media. Sound like that the black media is manifesting. We on code. Somebody better go tell Biden. Somebody better tell Trump. Somebody better go tell the RNC and the DNC cut the check. Somebody tell them today black folks are not playing with your funny looking self. It's either you cut the check or it's nothing. I see you, Minneapolis, California, DC, Chocolate City, DYT, Long Beach, South Carolina, Houston. We on code. We not playing with y'all's funny looking self. And we not letting no Becky run up through there and try to tell black folks to lower your standard and telling black folks what we don't have the right to ask. See, Jane Elliott is okay. See, she knew y'all would get hyped because she talked about white white supremacy. But when it came down to enforcing it and getting substantive, that's when the real problem manifests. That's when you start to call her your frenemy. Somebody say frenemy. That's your frenemy. I see you, Cleveland. I see you, South Carolina. I see you, New Orleans. I see you, New Jersey. I see you, Dallas and Baltimore, Ohio, Denver, Florida, South Carolina, Jamaica, Kansas City, CT, Augusta, East Oakland. Y'all play too much. Y'all play too much.
So yeah, it may not have worked out for the natives, but this is 2020. And this is
talk black to God today. Y'all say talk black to me. Shout out to the brother who knew what to say.
Totally different people, and everybody is not the same. Everybody's leaders are not the same.
Look at her, y'all.
And so I'm not going to judge, but I'm not going to project onto Black people in America. Well, this is what happened to the natives. You don't want that, and I'm damn sure not going to say, well, we need to pay the natives. Natives already got paid. They already made their deals. Wait a minute,
what did our brother say? He said they got paid. Now, first of all, you guys got to know that when you do more and more, they're finding more and more that you all know that some of the original natives were actually black-skinned natives. See, baby, when you're getting the right teachings, you understand that the whole planet, when I say this is our planet, I'm trying to tell you that we are indigenous. We are aboriginal, or the original to every space on the planet, including Europe. When white folks were in Europe, it's because we allowed them to go there after we expelled them from the Holy Land from causing so much hell in that part of the land, the throne land, which what you call today Africa. Some areas that they call now Middle East, Mecca, and all of that. We permitted them to go there. But everywhere you go, you will find the black man or traces that the black man was there. Y'all better talk black to me. The brother putting her funny looking self in check. This is our planet. Now we done let y'all borrow it. Now we finna serve some eviction notices. How many of you all know that you can own property but not possess it? We getting ready to possess our possession. That's what's about to happen. Lord have mercy. Thumbs up, keep liking and sharing. Keep liking and sharing. It's the Vicki Show. I'm here weekdays, Fly Nubian Queen TV.com, the network for melanated women like you. Every day I'm doing this, some kind of subject. Don't miss the Vicki Show. You don't know what gem, what subject, what inspiration, or what empowerment I might sneak in there. Some of y'all will get frustrated and say, girl, she get on my nerves with all of that curly braids slinging all over the place. Why she holler and stuff like that? Just take it, bear it. God, if the hair flipping makes you mad, just listen to the sound. If the sound is too loud, you have a button on the side. If you listen to me on the phone, there's a button right there. Thank God for technology. You can turn the volume down. Yeah, you can do that. Fascinating feature. But don't miss the point. You see how immature, simple-minded people talk about all the fluff and all the superficial stuff, and you miss the point? This is the reason why some of you funny-looking Negroes have opened up the door to these kinds of Jane Elliott's, because they know that you're immature, that you're emotional, that you're weak, and they know that you'll get high off of white folks talking about white supremacy. But when it comes down to you saying cut the check, when it comes down to them giving us reparations, when it comes down to enforcing and holding accountable and punishing white supremacy, that's when they draw the line. But they know they don't even have to go that far, because they know Negroes ain't gonna ask for nothing. In fact, they'll put out their Aunt Jemimas and members of the community. I didn't say community, catch that. They're going to put out their own to dissuade you and to dog you for desiring and asking for substance. Are y'all hearing me today? Keep liking and sharing. Listen to the rest of this real quick. They know you're so weak and politically immature. They can run that kind of game on you. You will say Eminem is the #1 rapper and hip hopper you done heard before. You will brag on a Cardi B and a Kim Kardashian over your sister with your slow self. You willingly give up your birthright. Keep listening.
Sign treaties. They've already done what they did. And if they squander their opportunity, that's on that group.
Now, he broke it down. He said, look, they already got treaties with them $5 Indians. $5 Indians is an actual literal term. That's not a disrespectful term. Shout out to the Dr Claude Anderson. How many of you all have some of his books? I do. Get some of Dr. Claude Anderson's books. He's talking about the $5 Indian, which is really white people that claim to have one little drop of native in them so that they can turn around and take your resources. He also talks about how some of these treaties and some of those, their benefits inside of those treaties that black folks are supposed to benefit from. And also, he's a major historian, and he teaches us what? That it was a lot of the Indians, the native $5 lighter skinned red Indian types that were responsible for also for turning over black folk, turning slaves that were fleeing. It was the Indians, the natives that worked with the white supremacists to put us back on the plantation. Some of y'all didn't know that. Some of y'all didn't know that. See, that's the problem when you don't bring on the Dr. Claudes and the Minister Farrakhan's and take the wisdom of the Dr. Francis Cress Welsing's over a Jane Elliott and a Rabbi Cooper. Whenever you let the serpent in, it's going to be problems, baby. Again, family, don't forget, we got a store. FlyNubianBusiness.com if you want to learn how to build your black business. See, it's not just the talking and the inspiration I give you. We give you actionable knowledge. We believe in you starting your own side hustle, even if you don't want to start your own full-fledged business. But especially during this time of Corona, we are unapologetic about black economic empowerment. Shout out to you, Nita. Nita said, absolutely this. Bless you, beloved. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. And any funny-looking Negro that sits there and tell you it's a problem with black folks leveling up economically, they are a part of the problem trying to keep you weak. And we'll never have self-determination like that. The whole reason we're asking for reparations, demanding. Let me fix that. God, forgive me for saying that. Lord, have mercy, God, today. Let me act like a Catholic and an Orthodox. Forgive me, Lord. We're demanding reparations. Is because we were brought here for profit and for economic reasons in the first place. Cut the check. If you don't cut it, if you are not seriously trying to do a black economic policy specific to black people, that's reparations, baby, we're not showing up. Y'all better send this to Simone Sanders. Y'all better send this link to Simone Sanders. Y'all better send this link to Joe Biden. Y'all better send this link to Donald Trump, the RNC. Send this to the DNC. Y'all better send this to Karine Jean-Pierre, that black lady who's an MSNBC talking head that blocked me. Y'all better send this to all of them. And the other ones, y'all better send this to Kamala and stuff. Elizabeth Warren. Let them know we're not playing with y'all. It's this or it's nothing at all. And some of you scared to death Negroes, stand down. Some of you that's cool with crumbs. Some of you that have a problem with us demanding finally our own. Some of you scared to death Negroes that's sitting up here talking about, well, all we need to do is just to get in office. We just need to be more patient. 465 years is long enough. 465 years is long enough. Slowness, I need some turtles in the chat. Slowness, sit down. Slowness, sit down. Your slowness is what's holding black folk back. I need some turtles in the chat. Listen to the rest of this. We're almost done, y'all. And I'm going to show you one more other little connection. And we're almost done. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Keep liking and sharing. 3,400 plus of you are in the chat. We're so pleased that you've joined us today. On the count of three, if you haven't, give us the thumbs up, would you? If you're watching us on Fly Nubian Queen TV, and if you're watching us on one of our other affiliate networks, please like, please share, please subscribe. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Again, we ask that you do that because that draws other folk into the broadcast. I see the turtles in the chat. That's the slowness. That's all about that slowness. The slowness is trying to slow up and slow down and obstruct and prevent and frustrate and foil black progress. But we about to kick this turtle out the middle of the road. This turtle is going to get kicked out the road. Now look, some people believe in just driving and just running over you. God today. Some people believe that when they see stuff in the road, they don't even feel any need to swerve or to slow down. Some people just will run you over. Now, I'm trying to give you, come on now, show you a little courtesy. Now let's finish listening to the rest of this madness after she done already exposed herself. This is y'all white hero. Y'all always looking for a white savior. You done pumped up this lady, and now she done exposed herself, and she's stumbling and bumbling and stuttering after exposing her own white privilege.
Now it's time for this group to get its opportunity and to get its reparations.
That's right.
But you are saying exactly what I have heard white politicians say. We got ours, now you get yours.
What did you say? Did you hear what this little smart, adequately little slick little... I'm gonna be a classy lady. Y'all know I don't be cussing crazy like that. But I be thinking of some stuff. I got a wild imagination. And the image of this woman isn't good in my mind. How dare she? Y'all see her?
We worked hard to get what we have.
She likened our demand for reparations was ours to what did she say? You sound like who?
Never say that. A black person is not going to say, I don't want to have a chance to create my own civilization and my own society. Everybody wants that chance, and everybody deserves that chance. And black people deserve reparations in the form of land, in the form of cash payments, and in the form of some type of tax consideration. So yeah, it may not have worked out for the natives, but this is 2020. And this is
what year is it, family? Today. What did the brother say? What year did he say? He's trying to get her up to speed. God, today. Y'all's teacher that you think is such a professor, a master teacher. What did our brother say? Oh, he's trying to educate her. This is what year is it? The brother is just trying to let her know, baby, it's a new day. See, black people are on code. We're not playing with y'all. Y'all getting big mad because the nobodies, the people, the black grassroots. Somebody talk black to me. Been putting in some work over a long period of time, and now, guess what? Stuff is starting to manifest. We're getting enough black people today to be on code, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating the powers that shouldn't be, not the powers that should be. It's frustrating the powers that ain't got no business being in the first place, whose time is already up. Listen, he breaking it down.
Totally different people, and everybody is not the same. Everybody's leaders are not the same, and so I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to project onto black people in America. Well, if this is what happened to the natives, you don't want that.
That's right.
And I'm damn sure not going to say, well, we need to pay the natives. Natives already got paid. They already made.
He put her in check. He said he started cussing. Then he said, "Wait, I blame sure. I'm sure ain't finna say that." He telling Becky, "I'm smelling your privilege up in here. Smell like outside." Thumbs up, thumbs up. The brother said, "I'm smelling your privilege." See, I'm from Mississippi. This is from the Victionary, not from the dictionary, from the Victionary. Family, help the new people understand what the Victionary is. Growing up, when you got real condescending, you were young, you thought you knew more than what your mom and your grandmama and your granddaddy knew. I'm from Mississippi, born and raised. My grandmother then would tell you starting to smell yourself. When you start to get arrogant and puffed up and stuff, Jane is starting to smell herself. Jane smelling something like about outside. It's about to be outside. It was like camping stuff. Are you smelling yourself?
Their deals. They already signed treaties. They've already done what they did. And if they squander their opportunity, that's on that group.
That's them.
Now it's time for this group to get its opportunity and to get its reparations.
But you are saying exactly what I have heard white politicians say.
What? She's comparing us to white politicians. We who built the country, we who built the White House, we who built the Capitol, we who built a lot of the edifices and buildings and homes, we who made America rich and powerful and the world rich and powerful. She is comparing our demands to that of thieving, raping, robbing, and murderous killers. She's showing you who she really is.
We got ours. Now you get yours. We worked hard to get what we have. We suffered to come over here. We were willing to kill people in order to have this land. We got ours the hard way. You get yours the hard way. You're saying exactly the same thing. You're saying the same thing that palefaces have said to Native Americans, and they're saying it to you, and now you're going to say it. This is not the solution to the problem.
Shut up, Jane. I can't take no more. Shut up, 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 shut up. Shut up, Jane. How dare this camper say to Black people who have suffered unlike anybody else for longer than anybody else for hundreds of years, who have never gotten any reparations, strangers, immigrants got reparations, we didn't. Everybody else got some form of repair. They got land and other benefits. They came to enjoy the American dream based on our American nightmare, and she compares our righteous desire to killers and murderers and thieves. She's showing you who she is. Send this link to Tip. Send this link to Killer Mike and ask them, is this your girl? Is this your girl? Is this your geriatric girl? Your octogenarian. Is this your octogenarian? It's a real word, though. I can't take credit for that one for the dictionary. Is this your geriatric octogenarian homegirl? God, today. Y'all know I'm teaching you all the time how the scriptures say in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 that day shall not come unless what? The man of sin or the woman of sin be revealed. Another translation says what? The man or woman of lawlessness. Some of you all are wondering, why are we learning all of these secrets about these individuals? It's written. That's why it has to happen. It's proof that we are in prophetic times. Black family, I've told you this over and over again. We are in our finest hour. I said we are in our finest hour. Vicki, how could it be in our finest hour when we're in labor, we're in pain? Let me tell you something. The labor and the pain that Black folks are in, I've told you, how long have I told you? We're in labor pains. And how many of you all know that when you're getting ready to give birth, when a woman is getting ready to give birth, you wouldn't know something good was happening because she's screaming. You wouldn't know something good is happening because she's in pain, because she's stretched, because she's gained weight. It's because she's irritated. She can't sleep in the bed regularly. She can't sleep. She's sick. And when she gets ready to have the child, guess what? There's bloodshed. Even before that, there's bloodshed. But she's getting ready to birth something beautiful. Black family, we're in our finest hours. We're in the changing of the gods, a new world, a new hereafter, where we will rule based on freedom, justice, and equality, and they know it. And Jane Elliott, who has been a culture vulture in academia, you guys elevated her intelligence. She just told you a few minutes ago that what we need to do is to tell white folk, because of what's happening in the climate, what's happening in the earth. She acknowledged that they're not going to be on the planet biologically for a long time. This white lady acknowledges that. And she said it would be best if we would be nice to you guys. She even mentioned what? Miscegenation, which means swirling, which means what? Whites and Blacks in particular getting together. Why? So that they can try to extend their stay on our planet. These are things you heard her say. I put the links in the chat a few minutes ago. Y'all play too much. We're in our finest hour, family. You better start building your own Black business. FlyNubianBusiness.com. You better start honing your gifts and skills of ownership, because that changing of the gods is happening and they're acknowledging it. And she just wants to make it into the new world. And she does not want to give up her privilege because she's afraid that that's going to set them back even further. And your homegirl that you love so much, Tip, that you love so much, Killer Mike, is exposing herself. And I'm pleased to give her this work. Thumbs up, thumbs up. We're almost done, family.
Until we start saying to ourselves, look, every one of us deserves to be treated fairly. We're going to treat one another fairly starting today. We can't fix yesterday, but we can arrange for tomorrow to be better.
Now, I just want you to shut up now. I can't take no more of that. Shout out to the young brothers, the couple of brothers who did that podcast. The link again is in the chat. I provided to you just a few minutes ago. Some of you might be wondering, like I was wondering, what gave her, how did she feel so empowered and emboldened, Black family, to talk crazy to us? What Negro invited her to the cookout? Who told her she could come all up in here like that and dressed and looking and smelling and talking any kind of way? Who told you? Who told her that? The link is in the chat. So y'all be sure to check out the rest of the podcast, and shout out to the brothers for getting that on record. See, this is all divine. The ancestors, the Most High God, Yah, Allah, Jehovah, whatever name you refer to the supreme power in being as, is involved in exposing this. Are y'all hearing me? Keep thumbs up, liking and sharing. Watch this. Don't forget, clubvicky.com, my weekly mastermind class. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be live and direct answering your questions and dropping weekly gems. Are y'all hearing me today? Who made her feel this way? My mind was going, I'm like, this lady is actually instructing us. She is a trick. She's not just teaching you tricks. Jane Elliott, with all due respect, Jane Elliott, you're hearing it from a Black woman. Now, which one you gonna believe? You gonna believe Jane or you gonna believe Vicki? Tip, T.I. Are you gonna believe Jane or you gonna believe Vicki? She isn't tricking you. She is a trick that's driving you to a cul-de-sac. God, today. She's driving you to a cul-de-sac. What's a cul-de-sac? You don't drive through them. You just go through in a little circle and come right on back out. It's not a throughway in a cul-de-sac. You're being tricked. She thinks she knows better. Just like the other day, this funny looking nobody by the name of, what's his name? What's that white hip hopper's name that Brother Tariq and Tamika Mallory and some of our powerful Black influencers gave him some work? I hate that he even had the privilege to be in their presence. This nobody. What's his name? Jay Lucas. Can't think of his name. I always forget his name because he's a forgettable. Somebody say he's a forgettable. I can't think of his name because he's forgettable. Anyway, I'm unimpressed with them. Jay Lucas said the other day, after some of our Black family gave him some work, what did Jay Lucas say? When Brother Tariq asked him, do you think you know better or what's best for Black folks more than Black people? Guess what this white man said? He said, yeah. He said he knew what was best for what Black folk more than we knew. Family, some kind of way the wires are tripped up. Who told him that? See, some of you Black Negroes as his buddies in secret, y'all been pumping his heads up in secret. That's why he say stuff like that openly, because y'all been playing pool, shoot basketball and stuff, listen to music and stuff, making beats, and done blew his head up. Y'all done privately told him he's important and what he thinks matters. I'm about to give him a new nickname. Jay Lucas' new name is Yesterday, because that's when you used to matter. You don't matter today, yesterday. Same with Jane Elliott. Y'all done made them feel like they matter. All these Karens are messed up. Some of you all love the LBGTQ Ellen DeGeneres. Some of us might call her Ellen Degenerate. I'm gonna leave that alone. Ellen DeGeneres, she was just exposed the other day. Did y'all see that? Ellen was exposed by some credibly alleged stuff that was going on in her TV show and work at her organization. Y'all thought she was just so kind, and even though she's got all these other things going on, she give to Black people and stuff and people that's in need and stuff, and come to find out she's a terrorist, Karen. something that they ain't got no business being. Watch this. I'm almost done. So what made Jane Elliott? Can y'all give me about 2, 3, 4 more minutes? I'm almost done. What made Jane Elliott feel real comfortable telling black folk what to do? This is a hustle for her. She's making money. It's her career choice to talk about black issues. But you better not bring up no cut the check. If you bring up reparations, you bring up land and stuff. She starts to show her colors, and she compares our just demands to murderous, racist, raping white supremacists. Isn't that something? She likens your demand for reparations. That's right, Gregory, for your gift. Gregory said yesterday and yesterday's granny. I know that's right. She likens our just demands to raping, thieving, lying white supremacists. What does that tell y'all? But I know I have another reason why. I believe she feels like she has the right to tell black folk what to do and instruct us and guide us. But see, she don't know this. In this season, Vicki is helping to do the Lord's work by casting out demons. I'm not saying you a demon. I'm likening you to the principle of what you do for demons. Somebody talk black to me. By the way, family, don't forget to subscribe to my personal YouTube page at VickiDillard.tv. I'm slowly growing my page and putting a little content on there. And I've got a couple of things on the community page for my sisters. I'm going to be doing a little feminine haul for my sisters. So y'all make sure that you go to VickiDillard.tv. And I'm also getting ready to be doing some content there about some other things related to the Simon Wiesenthal Center's family and friends and buddies. I'm going to go in a little bit more on VickiDillard.tv. Watch this. So I came across another interview that she did not too long ago, and I said, oh my God. Y'all know I gave Roland Martin some much deserved work yesterday, not because I want to. You know, Roland keeps doing disrespectful stuff. Roland keeps trying to be a bootlick and a tool for white supremacy, disrespecting, cussing out black people, saying little slick stuff and trying to impress them. So he just keeps getting revealed and called out. So we have to necessarily address him. Sometimes. Watch this. So I came across something the other day with Brother Roland, and I found out another reason why that Jane Elliott thinks that she can tell black folk what to do is because she was in an interview with Roland Martin not too long ago at a conference. And Roland was one of their speakers, and so was Jane Elliott about a year or so ago, I guess. Actually, the end of 2018. The end of 2018, give or take, is when it was published. Let me say that. It was published at the end of 2018. And guess what I found out, y'all? Guess what I found out? Guess what was said in this conference? Guess what was said when they was giving the introductions about Jane Elliott and Roland Martin?
He said, Lord, when you're a male, you see, time really is slow.
The devil is
So
alive.
you heard the introduction.
Hey, oh, his minutes are so important.
Yeah, right. Jane, but they're going, when the hell we going out?
That's right, yeah. Let's get this show on the road. I've been here long enough now.
Good morning.
Oh, by the way,
We're also playing this under Copyright Act of 1976. I'm not going to show you the video. I want you to listen to the audio. Y'all hearing me? Just listen to a little bit of the audio. I'm not going to show you the video for obvious reasons. I'm crossing my T's and dotting my I's.
Told you we were ready.
As you can see, I have my work cut out for me. This is either going to be the easiest job or the hardest job this morning.
Baby, you're going to have an easy job. Don't worry about it.
So you heard the introductions about our guests this morning, and I want to put a finer point on the work that they're doing, specifically with Miss Elliott. We heard about the blue-eyed, brown-eyed experiment that she's done. I want to say
exercise.
her workshop.
Didn't I tell you to stop interrupting, girl? You already out of uniform. Close your mouth.
exercise. For her work, she's received death threats. She's been hit. She's been threatened with a knife. She has been shunned by her various communities.
And her family.
Watch this. So they want us to feel sorry for the white supremacists, members of the dominant society. They want us to feel sorry for that while she's having a career off of us and talking about black issues. This what pays your bills and blesses your family. Y'all want us to cry a river for that. Now watch what Roland Martin is getting ready to say.
And her family.
Damn, you black.
Black, I'm black.
You black.
I might as well be.
Welcome to the family.
Roland told Jane Elliott at the end of 2018, approximately, because that's when it was published. He just told her she was black. Y'all the same funny looking Negroes that told Bill Clinton that he was the first black president and he's responsible for putting more of our family back onto the plantation. See, this is a problem with y'all. Y'all be giving them passes and stuff. Roland told Jane Elliott that she's black. Welcome to the family. Y'all didn't know I was getting ready to put that twist in there, did you? Roland told Jane Elliott because she went through a little something, which don't really count compared to us. It's incomparable to black suffering. While she's still making a lot of money off of talking about this. Jane ain't about to give this up because this is a lick for her. This is how she get her bag. She's a nationally known, world-known lecturer because of this topic. That's why she ain't about to let this go. Watch this. Y'all might have missed it. Listen. Let me cue it.
Now.
Good morning.
By the way.
Listen.
Black female. So there's only one race, and it's the.
Oh, dang. He said, Lord.
Listen.
When you're a male, you see, time really is slow. I thought it was just a few minutes, but he says all day. You know, his minutes are so important.
Yeah, right. Jane, but
why she trying to act like she black up there and y'all just laughing, doing a struggle laugh to make her feel comfortable? That's what I'm talking about. She sounded ridiculous saying that.
They're going, when the hell are we going out?
That's right, yeah. Let's get this show on the road. I've been here long enough now.
And then you complain and they trying to hurry up and make this white woman feel good, looking and smelling like that. Get up out here, girl. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Keep liking and sharing. Listen.
By the way.
Told you we were ready.
Listen.
As you can see, I have my work cut out for me. This is either going to be the easiest job or the hardest job this morning.
Baby, you're going to have an easy job. Don't worry about it.
Listen.
So you heard the introductions about our guests this morning, and I want to put a finer point on the work that they're doing, specifically with Miss Elliott.
Listen very closely because they're going to be talking over them, so I want you to listen to what Roland says about her again.
We heard about the blue-eyed, brown-eyed experiment that she's done. I want to say
exercise.
Her workshop exercise. For her work, she's received death threats. She's been hit. She's been threatened with a knife. She has been shunned by her various communities.
And her family.
And her family.
Damn, you black.
Black, I'm black.
You black.
I might as well be.
Welcome to the family.
Isn't everybody black?
And then the audience started laughing and clapping after Roland told her repeatedly, you're black, welcome to the family. Family, that's not funny. That's not cute. The reason why they keep taking all these privileges and these prerogatives that they ain't got no business taking is because you all let them in. And him being a member of the dead black media, irrelevant, immaterial, useless, he's showing you another reason why. The very people that are responsible for putting us in some of the worst positions are big upping those of the dominant society who mean us no good. I wanted to let you guys know that Karens come in all shapes and forms, shapeless forms. Now, I know we all gonna get older. I ain't trying to act like I got it going on like that either. But I get to say that about the Karens, okay? It don't even matter what the sister look like. I get to say it about Karen. God, today. She showed you her true colors. Y'all's white hero, who's so professorial, a master teacher, making the same mistake as Nick Cannon by bringing those who mean us no good to the table to teach, to lead, and to guide you. And you wonder why you keep falling into a ditch. Stop revering their scholarship. And some of the other research that I did on her, and I did much more, she talks about how wonderful it was to go to T.I.'s concert and also to meet Killer Mike. No disrespect, but it was Killer Mike and T.I. that was doing a press conference with Mayor Keisha Bottoms in Atlanta when Mayor Keisha Bottoms was screaming at Black protesters for demanding justice. And while she was screaming, while Keisha Bottoms, Black mayor of Atlanta, was screaming at Black folks, she was sitting there defending white supremacist CNN buildings and worried about their little building getting a little paint on it or something. Sounded like she was about to break down in tears over CNN. No real damage was done to CNN like that. It was just a little something. But it was Killer Mike and T.I. that was there with her, a part of that press conference, trying to influence Black people. And that's when Killer Mike broke down crying with a name like Killer Mike, with white supremacists and the world watching in the height of warfare. What am I saying? I'm saying having these kinds of influences in your ear has something to do with the way that y'all move. Mayonnaise ain't about that life. It ain't gotta, you gotta put some of the mayonnaise down like that. That condiment can't be it's ketchup, it's mustard, it's relish, it's teriyaki sauce, soy sauce, it's barbecue sauce, it's other condiments. Put the mayo down. Sometimes put the mayo down. You don't have to put mayo on nuggets. It's all right. Sometimes. Somebody talk back to me. I gotta go. I love y'all to pieces. Every one of you all that gave financially, thank you. Every one of you that didn't give financially, but that just said talk black to me, thank you. Every one of you that commented, thank you. Every one of you that shared and liked, thank you. Every one of you that regularly tune in and say, do you know about the Vicki Show on Fly Nubian Queen TV.com? Thank you. Every single one of you matters. Do you hear me? And you make this network work. Thank you for helping us grow at a healthy rate. Thank you for helping us evolve and shape intelligent Black people. I look forward to seeing you in my mastermind class tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. The information and details are at clubvicki.com. I think the starting rate for some folks is $1. I think the starting rate for the first month is $1, so you don't want to miss that if I'm not mistaken. Clubvicki.com, clubvicki.com, the details are there. Our store, shopfnq.com. You can follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. And be sure to text the word Queens to 31996 so that you're able to receive phone notifications when we go live from time to time. Text Queens to 31996. It has been my honor, my privilege to come before you today. For those of you that are saying I love you, know I love you back. I bow to you. You are a special people, and it is my honor, my bliss to come before you. I can't wait to see you again. Again, I'm typically here weekdays, that's Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Every now and then I come early, so make sure that you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and so that way you'll be notified when we go live. Now, sometimes these platforms don't notify you, but I want you to just make it a habit to check on a daily basis, because I'm not the only queen here, and I don't want you to miss the content from some of the other beautiful queens on this network. Thank you so much. I love you. I can't wait to see you on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard and Twitter at Dillard Vicki. I came to you in peace. I leave you in peace. And I love you. Mwah. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Ma'at hotep. Namaste. Free the land, beloved.